It's Elizabeth from the Toy Hoarder. Today I have a brand new 2022 toy from the Pixar line. Now, we have been seeing a lot of the 7-inch posable figures and the 7-inch posable figures that are Pixar interactables, all that sort of thing. And of course, I have videos of those kinds of things on my channel as well. But this one is a little bit larger. I'm not sure if it actually says how tall he is, but he's probably about 12 inches tall. That's what I would guess, about a foot tall. I don't know. Here's what it looks like against me. I don't know. But it actually even says 2022 on the box. So this is a Pixar Mattel toy. It's called Roundup Fun Woody. Made by Mattel, obviously, for ages 4 and up. It's part of the Toy Story line, but it's also part of the Pixar line as the major line in that. It says it does actually include batteries for this, so you can play inside of the box, but I'm going to show you everything when I get him out of the box. He should be interesting. He should be really similar to, I guess, the movie-sized dolls that have been released previously. So, let's check it out and see how it is, I guess. Alright, he's got a couple of pieces of tape across the top here. So once you cut those, you'll be able to open this and pull out the cardboard tray. There's a little sheet of instructions in here, which I say fairly loosely because I feel like there's not a lot of instructions in this, but... Oh, okay, all of this is warnings in every language, and then we've got our instructions, which is not very great. It shows the doll in the hat, and it says, look, you pull the string and it makes noise, and then shows you how to change the batteries. It takes... Oh, this is interesting. It actually takes the button cell batteries. I definitely thought that he would take, 2 AAAs or 2 AA's or something up and down in his body, like some of the newer 12-inch movie-sized Woodies, but it's kind of unfortunate, actually, that he takes the button cells. So... let's see, what else do you need to know? I'm trying to see where his battery compartment actually is. I don't know. I have to open it and look because it doesn't show you. It just says replace the batteries by taking out this little screw thing. So I'm guessing they're in his belly like they usually are. This is kind of a cool background. We've got kind of Andy's room here. We've got a bunch of the army men laying on the ground. We've got his toy chest over here. Almost the Pixar ball and the 2022 logo. We've got like a highlighter, what looks like a highlighter, and also some cards and things. And then as far as attachment, he's got an eye tag across his feet and his neck. And then you'll have to take the plastic off that's in front of him. And I think that's it. Okay, so let's get him out, shall we? I may not have needed to take him all the way out of the box like I just did, but oh well, guys. This is so strange. Okay, so unfortunately you can't really keep this background because you're going to have to tear the plastic part off. Okay. That's fun. Let me make sure I grab all these little ends of these eye tags here so that they're not a mess later. Oh, that's interesting. I guess they're somewhere inside of the plastic. Unsure. Oh, he's got one around his left hand as well, right where the wrist is. And then you gotta take another piece of plastic off to get to the hat. This is kind of a pain, guys. Alright, so now that you've made a significant mess of your room, you can put this to the side, and I will recycle these pieces and throw them away later. Okay. Great, guys. He comes with his hat. He's got a tiny pull string. That's interesting, although probably more movie accurate. I hate this big long tag right here. See if it says anything important on it. It does say 2021 on it. All new material content, polyester fiber, and batting. Exciting stuff, guys. Does he have a number or something? Registration number 1740-2362. I don't know if that's actually going to be an important number on identifying this doll or not, but I think you'll be able to tell which doll it is. So he is made almost entirely of this polyester material, and it's very smooth and slippery. It almost feels waterproof, so you might be able to clean it really easily, which is super nice, especially for those younger kids. Although I'm a little sad because we don't have separate vest pieces. There's no buttons on it as far as the buttons on his sleeve and on his front. They are printed on, but they're not actual buttons. There's also no color inside the detailing of his boots, so the little spurs or anything. It's all just a solid brown there. We do have detail coloring on his holster here. It's got the yellow sun ring and then the red gem inside. It's not actually a gem, those are just painted onto the brown, but it's nice that they actually took in that detail. He actually overall looks fairly nice. His hair is all a solid color, and I know in the film he's got a few of the highlights that run through, so that's a little less movie accurate, but not horrible. I feel like the teeth weren't painted great, so he's got his mouth open and you can see both the top and bottom layers of teeth and then I guess tongue or whatever that's inside. But when they painted it, they got it all on the underside of his teeth and stuff, so it kind of looks like he just like lipsticked his teeth or something, which is a little bit awkward, but it's not horrible. I've seen worse. His hat is all a solid color as well. I mean, there's an embossed band around the hat and the stitching so that you can feel them, but they are not separately colored. His hands are both with fingers together, so his thumbs are kind of separate, and then all the rest of his fingers are together and slightly cupped. Not cupped enough to hold any accessories, but not waving or anything either. So that's probably good though, so you don't individually break off fingers and things, except maybe the thumb. He has designs that are printed into him, so he's got printed yellow pockets on the back of his jeans, but they are not actual pockets, and then the front, all the little stitching and stuff is designed in yellow paint, not actual stitching. There is some actual stitching through the knees and then just under the body, so like top of the thighs, I guess. Also through the elbows. It's overall fairly nice and relatively movie accurate. He does have a badge on here that seems to... Oh, it doesn't spin, it just kind of wiggles a little bit because it's almost a clip here, and they stitched it in through a little bead hoop. So it's a little sheriff's badge. It does have an embossed star on the inside, so it looks like it's outlined, and then it has sheriff printed on it as well. Well, not printed on it, but embossed up, I suppose I should say. The bandana actually has all the little designs, little white designs that he usually has. Overall, I honestly think this is going to be a really nice doll. I haven't done any of his phrases or anything yet, but I'll show you guys up close everything I'm looking at, and that was all the big things that I noticed that I know people would want to know. So hopefully that will help some of you. He does have the embossed cactus and top dots or whatever inside of his boots, so I'm overall pretty thoroughly impressed with him. I wonder what they're going to do with the buzz. It did show on the back that there's going to be a buzz available, and some of the later buzzes that we've gotten have just not been that great, so I don't know. Although I will say, if you are going to give this to a younger kid, you might just want to take off this badge piece, because I told you it was sort of like a bead and they stitched it through the one stitch through that hole, but it's relatively loose and the kids will fiddle with it and break it off, and then you don't want it to be a choking hazard for children or pets. So there's that. All right, here is his hat. Hopefully it will show you guys this well enough. Ooh, the hat actually kind of pushes down onto his head a little so that you can turn him upside down and his hat won't fall off. This is actually a kind of nice hat. I would be careful though if you're in a warm climate like mine. We are in a very humid climate. I might not keep his hat on while I store him in between play, just because I'm kind of afraid it will melt to his head, or the paint will melt to the hat, or something of that nature, and it will mess it up or get stuck entirely onto his head. So I would warn you on that. But yeah, okay. So as far as the pull string, it's smaller than the usual one, so you can about fit a finger through it, but that's a little more movie accurate. It should be a relatively small pull string here. I'll probably also cut this tag off just because it seems very in the way and obnoxious, and I can't tuck it back into his body. Alright, so it looks like if you pull his pants down in the back, you can get to his battery compartment. It's kind of like in his lower back right here. Oh, sorry, I didn't show that super well, but there's the battery compartment. You're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, and then it does take the 3 AG13 or LR44 batteries. I don't really like how they've done this battery compartment because it is very difficult to get it Velcroed back onto it. So there's Velcro on the edge of the bottom of the shirt and then on the edge of the inside of the back of the pants. And so you've got to kind of bring it up high enough and then connect it I don't know. It was an issue that I had with some of the older ones as well. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but it does make it look nicer, I guess, where the pull string is. But I guess they had to do that because since they didn't make a vest on here, you can't just take off his vest and then unvelcro it. So I don't know. But I can't get his pants back on all the way now that I showed you guys his battery compartment. So I don't know. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I might be able to like stick a toothpick in it to do it. So I guess if you guys are, you know, pro collectors, you might do that. I'm probably not gonna care enough because it's gonna come undone often enough that I'm not gonna sit and do that. All right, let's see what all he says. I think it said there were 30 plus phrases. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Oh, it says sounds and phrases, so not all of them are words. Yahoo! Guys, this is horrible. It barely pulls out. Watch. That's
yes,
it.
Sir. Time to round us up an adventure. A sheriff always needs his deputy.
That's as far as it goes. That's terrible. Okay, I don't like that at all.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
And I feel like kids are going to break it because they're going to try to pull it like in the movie, you know, or even in the other dolls where you can pull it a little bit further than this. I mean, this is not even half an inch that it's coming out. Maybe a quarter of an inch. That's super disappointing, you guys. I don't know about that, but anyway, I'll let you hear the rest of the phrases.
There's a snake in my boot.
Uh-oh.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Hey, howdy, hey. We did it! We stopped the robbery!
Yay!
Whoa! Well, howdy. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
We're in this together, partner.
Aww.
Where's my rope?
Unsure? He didn't come with a rope.
Whoa! Easy there, partner. Yippee-ki-yay! Hey, who's got my hat?
I do.
You're not getting away from us, bandit.
It looks like there are some new phrases from the other Woodies. I'm trying to, you know, remember every phrase every Woody has ever said, but there seems like there might be some new ones.
Whoa! Whoa! Well, howdy. Nice to see you.
It's also interesting that there's a lot of sound effects.
Hey, howdy, hey.
But I will tell you, alright, I have pretty thin fingers, you guys, and my finger barely fits through this loop. So this is going to be like kids pulling on it, or anyone with bigger fingers, probably like any guys too, are going to have to pinch it instead of actually putting their finger through. I don't think it'll fit. So, just a note.
We're in this together, partner.
I guess some of them repeat before we get all the way around, because there's no way we heard 30.
Whoa! Easy there, partner. You're my favorite deputy.
I don't know why it makes that crash sound at the beginning.
You're not getting away from us, bandit.
I guess it's supposed to be, he's an older toy, so he's got that kind of staticky crackle when you start it.
Put that money back down.
I don't like that.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
Not again.
Hold it right there, bandit. Thanks to deputies like you, the Wild West is safe.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Where's my rope?
I don't know.
Gotcha. Well, howdy. I'm Sheriff Woody. Whoa! This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Hey, who's got my hat?
Alright, I think we've maybe heard them all now. I'm hearing a lot of different repeats, but I'm not sure how I feel about the static. Oh, one other question I know you guys will all ask. Andy is not written on either foot, neither is Bonnie. It's got stamped Disney Pixar 2021 Mattel, and then the address and made in China. So, just the normal stuff. And that's stamped actually on both boots, which is interesting because it's usually only on one on these toys, but it's not really a big deal either way, I guess, to me.
A sheriff always needs his deputy.
I really just don't know how I feel about that initial static. That makes me a little concerned on that. I like the material that he's made out of. It's probably not super movie accurate, but it's probably a lot easier to keep clean, especially with some of the smaller kids. I don't think the badge is super well done, but I am happier that they added a badge on it instead of printing it. Although it would have been really interesting if they had printed the badge underneath where they sewed the badge in. So that way if parents took it off, he would still have his sheriff's badge. So that would be kind of cool. Although I guess after you've seen Toy Story 4, his badge is removable on the real toy in the movies. So he might not have his badge all the time. It gets taken off and moved and whatever. So I guess it's not a big deal. It could still work imaginatively and even as a collector thing without his badge. So not a big deal. But that would have been kind of an interesting thing to do. I don't remember if in the movie he had different color spurs or not. But the boots, spurs, and the little thing that connects the spurs around the boots, those are all the same color. I think overall his face sculpt is pretty good except for the paint on his mouth. Like, he always has these funny looking eyebrows with the one eyebrow raised. It's kind of different. I may cut down this string a little bit where they tied it and it seems kind of long. I also got a couple other strings hanging out of the back patch of him. But where they have the slit, they actually sewed around that slit, which is really nice because now it won't tear and fray and all that other problem as you're pulling the string too high up or too high down, which you can't really do because, I mean, it only comes out about 1/4 of an inch, maybe less than that. It is a little bit ridiculous how short that is.
We did it! We stopped the robbery!
I don't know. I just really wasn't expecting that, so I don't know, you guys. I want to know what you think. I haven't watched any reviews or anything on this yet, so I haven't seen what other people are thinking about it. It looks like his legs are zip-tied into his boots, so his boots do not come off. As far as weight, he's actually got a decent amount of weight to him. I thought he might be really, really lightweight because it's this different material and it's one of these newer toys. A lot of times they're made of cheaper, thinner materials and things like that, but I guess because of the big old electronics block and thing that they had to put in here and then enough of the plastic in the head and hands, he's still heavy enough. I'm trying to see if his boots will still clink. A little bit. So he still has a little bit of the clinking of the boots, which is pretty fun in playtime, I think. So I think he's still a good weight. Although it's just really interesting that they decided to put the badge on and not the buttons, because I feel like that's the same concept at that point in time. But I guess it saved them a little bit. He's got a little bit different coloring in his jeans too, which is nice. He's got the shading toward the outside, and then it's a little thinner as it, I guess, thinner and lighter in the front, thicker parts of his legs, which is a little more movie accurate. So they kind of added wear without adding wear. So they added aesthetic wear, just paint to it, or I guess dye in this case because it's fabric, so that it's still in good condition. It just looks like it's older. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this toy. It is, again, Roundup Fun Woody. So let me know what you guys think of Roundup Fun Woody down in the comments below. And let me know what you think of the Buzz if you have seen him. I have not seen the Buzz out yet. I've only seen the Woody one in stores near me, so I'm not sure when Buzz is coming. It does say he's also available, but let me know what you thought of either of them or which one is your favorite, and will you pick this up? And if you guys are collectors and you have other versions of Woody, do you think it's worth purchasing as an addition to your collection? I think it's definitely different enough that it's fun. Let me know if you plan on picking them up either for you or for your kids. So, also, if you enjoyed the content that you saw today and you have not had a chance yet, please do click that red subscribe button down below. And while you're there, you can click the thumbs up to leave a like. You can click on our icon to go check out our channel. We've got plenty of other toy reviews and other fun things on there, and we're always adding new content weekdays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, except Toy Story Thursdays, which are 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we may sometimes post Toy Story videos that are during the week as well, but I wanted to make sure I at least got a Toy Story video a week out, so Toy Story Thursdays started. Alright, guys, until next time, have a great time playing. Bye!